have buffer letters. They separate two vowels. So they are ye, she, sene. And our teachers taught us this as yaşasın. It means hooray. So let's start. Kapı means door. It ends with a vowel. So before I add another vowel, I know that I have to use Y in between. This is our buffer letter, our savior. Bina means building. I also noticed that this ends with a vowel A, so before adding another vowel, I know that I have to put Y in between. And let's remember how do we choose what to add here, is that we check the last vowel, and here we use I. Alright, so it's binayı, the building. Kutu, box, kutu, ends with a vowel, and it's the final vowel. I check it, it's U, so I use U, and use Y in between to separate two vowels. Serra, this is my name, so Serra, you. I used Y in between two vowels, and I also separated with an apostrophe. We use this with names, countries, and cities. We separated even more. Let's give an example. Kara, land. It also means black, but another name for black that we use is siyah. But kara also means black. So when a word which ends with a vowel, here we have kara, it ends with a vowel a, gets a suffix that starts with a vowel, okay, it gets a. It's essential to use a buffer letter in between. Our buffer letter in this case is Y, so karayı means the land. Okay, let's do some examples now. So arı means bee. Arı. The B, know that we have to use a buffer letter in between because it ends with a vowel, and I'm going to add a suffix that starts with a vowel. So here is the last letter, it's so we use arıyı. Same for this one, but this means bear. One letter can change a lot of things. Ayı, we use a buffer letter in between, ayı, you. It's a bear. Bahçe means garden. I see it ends with a vowel, so I use Y no matter what. So E gets E, so I use E. Bahçeyi, the garden. Gökyüzü. Here's something important. Gökyüzü means the sky, but it forms with two nouns. Gök, sky, and yüz means face. I'm going to talk about something else, then get to here. When two nouns come together and form a whole different word, it is called İsim tamlaması. So tam means complete, tamla means to make it complete. Tamlama, as we know, ma makes it a noun. Lar is the plural suffix, and tamlamaları, this is of or it's, as we learned before. So isim, the tamlama of isim, the tamlama of noun. Isim is noun. It also means name. İsmin ne? What is your name? Ne is what? İsmin is your name. I'm going to talk about something else here later too. Okay, remind me. Kapı means door, and kol means arm, door handle. It's like the arm of the door, like it makes sense. So it becomes kapı kolu. So as you noticed, we didn't say kapı kol, we said kapı kolu. It's essential to use this because it means like its kol, its arm. Who do we refer by its? We refer to the door. Its arm, kapı kolu. So we want to emphasize that this kol belongs to the door, not to me, not to you, but it's. So here I wrote some possessive suffixes for you. It's benim, ismim, as we said, no, ismin, we said here, we used it. But today we're going to be talking about only onun, okay? We use the same rule we use here. We check the last vowel and use these. Kol of kapı. So if I say kolu, I mean it's, her, his, kol, okay? Same rule. We check the final vowel, o, and O gets U, so we say kolu. Here, Serra, my name, kalem, pencil, Serra'nın kalemi. Here we could also say kapının kolu, but we can also say kapı kolu. But we can't say Serra kalemi. This is basically S, okay? So this is Serra's pencil. So one difference in Turkish that we also add a little E here to indicate that this pencil belongs to Serra. Serra is a she, so this is her pencil. Actually, this is un, but we have to use the buffer letter N. Another name, Zeynep, my friends. I have two close friends that are named Zeynep, so we would say Zeynep'in, Zeynep'in, and soften this while telling it, but don't soften it while writing it. So Zeynep'in kalemi. Okay, we said in. But here, my name ends with a vowel, so I have to use N in between to separate two vowels from coming together. Here are some more examples. I meant here that just connect şişe and kapak. What is şişe? Şişe is this bottle. And here is the kapak. This is, what do you call it? Cap? Cap and kapak. Coincidence? No, I don't think so. And here's something cool. Kapamak. Oops. Kapamak means to close, and kapak means something that you close. Şişe and kapak. Let's connect them. So I'm going to say şişes kapak. How am I going to say this? Simple. I take se and turn it into in. But oh no, Serra, you can't turn it into in because it ends with a vowel. I have to use the buffer letter N to separate it because it's İsim tamlaması. It's a noun formation. So it's şişenin kapağı and I add I. How do I know it? Because I check A and it gets I. But here it's different. Kapağı, şişes kapak. But oh, here's something else too. Can you do this? No, of course. K gets softened when it receives a suffix that starts with a vowel. So this turns into yumuşak G. Soft G. Şişe, nin, in between. Şişenin, şişes. Kapak, as we said. Kapı. Here I wanted you to say the cap, right? I don't know if I'm right. The cap of the bottle. I'm so unsure that I didn't even press too hard to write this. I have to use one extra to say that I want to mean the. So şişenin kapağı is the şişes kapak. I used for this to indicate that it's. So I use one extra to indicate that I'm talking about the. So I use a buffer letter in between, but be careful, I used N here. Most of the times I used Y. Not most of the times, all the time here we used Y. Here Y, but when we came to gökyüzü, it became N for some reason. And the reason is, so gökyüzü means the sky, but actually literally means the use of gök. So gökyüzü, the face of the gök. So gökyüzü, I write it, and I notice that it ends with a vowel. I go to ü, and I see it gets ü, and I say gökyüzü, but I use N in between. Okay, this was it. And here is a poem from Orhan Veli Kanık, who is the favorite poet of my literature and Turkish teacher, Furkan Hoca, hey, like 2 weeks ago before the exam. So he and my squad, we video called and he dedicated poems for all of us, and this was mine, Dalgacı Mahmut. So dalga geçmek, we have a term, idiom. Dalga geçmek means to joke around. So Dalgacı Mahmut, like dalgacı also means like a carefree person, like that's kind of me. So Dalgacı Mahmut is a name. So let's say Mahmut'un şiiri, let's say. How do we say it? Mahmut. We use un. We used un here because u, alright. You can use the same rule by adding an extra n. So Mahmut'un şiiri, şiir means poem, and we use e because the last vowel is e. So Mahmut'un şiiri. İşim gücüm budur benim. This is my job. İş, güç. Güç means power. So iş means job, and im is the personal suffix. Here we learn. Here im is the personal suffix of benim. Ben means I, and benim means mine. So we use the suffix im here. And here is something I want to tell too. Like in most of the languages, when you want to say my, you always use am. Like in Italian, it's mio. In French, it's mon. Or I don't know, in English, it's my. And that's something really, really cool. So im is the possessive suffix. So işim is my job. Güç is power. But when you say güçüm, as we learned before, ç is one of ke, te, ç, and pe, ketchup. So when it receives a suffix that starts with a vowel, it turns into c, so it becomes gücüm. But we use iş güç when we talk about our jobs. İşim gücüm budur. Bu means this, and dur is used to emphasize the meaning and makes nouns predicates. Benim işim gücüm budur would be the correct organization of the nouns and the words in a sentence, but this is a poem. You don't look for any rules. So, işim gücüm budur benim. But you can also say it in the spoken language. İşim gücüm budur benim. This is my job. Gökyüzü, we learned here. Gökyüzü, n. The sky. Boyarım, boyamak means to paint. Is the personal suffix. It lets us know that the person who does this action is I. Boyarım. And R here is the present simple tense suffix. Gökyüzünü boyarım. I paint the sky every sabah morning. Hepiniz, all of you. Hep also means all the time, all. Hepiniz, iniz is also the possessive suffix of plural you. All of you, when all of you are in sleep, are asleep. Uykuda. Uyku means sleep. Da, as my friend requested, da used as in, on, at. Okay, so uykuda iken. Iken is when, iken or can. Buffer letter in between. So here's what happens. Uykuda iken. Sleep in when. There are two vowels, so I use y in between, and this e disappears. So it becomes uykudayken. When you all are asleep, hepiniz uykudayken. Uyanır, uyanmak means to wake up. Uyanır, is the present simple tense suffix. You wake up. And bakar, bakmak means to look. Ar is the present simple tense suffix. Bakarsınız is the personal suffix. Here it's similar to this one, right? So it means plural you. Bakarsınız, ki means that. Mavi. Let's write it. Mavi means blue. I loved this poem so much. It means so much to me because of my teacher too. And that was a poem I really loved too because I'm really in love with the sky and the blue. So yes.